Hello, everyone, and welcome to Body Bags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie, and check out my new channel, Terror and Tats. And enough with that, let's go ahead and talk about the movie. Today, we're going to talk about a movie from 2021, and you guys might want to gear up. This may actually be my shortest movie review in my entire time on this channel because there's not really much to say about this movie, to be honest with you. It's going to be pretty much short and sweet. The movie itself is short and sweet as well. The movie that I'm talking about is called Dead Again. And no, this is no, this is no relation to the Kenneth Branagh movies from the 1970s. Wow. No, the 1990s with Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson. No, this here just came out. It's incredibly low budget, and by chance, does this kind of remind you of another, you know, it's a zombie horror comedy, but does it kind of remind you of something, even just the artwork here, does it kind of remind you of a certain very, very popular, probably the most popular zombie horror comedy of all time? Something like, I don't know, what was that movie? Oh, Shaun of the Dead. Does it kind of remind you of Shaun of the Dead? Well, yeah, it should, because this movie is, it's very much like Shaun of the Dead. One thing I will say that this movie has over Shaun of the Dead, it's a lot shorter running time. Shaun of the Dead, I think, was over 90 minutes, maybe like 100 minutes. This movie runs about 75 minutes. But also, too, probably the best way I could describe this movie would be, if you were to take all three films in the Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, and you took all three of those movies and tried to mash them all into one movie, that's what this movie pretty much would be. Now, our story takes place, it's pretty much a normal day. This movie, like I said, it's very low budget. You're definitely not going to like it if you one of those people you can't stand digital blood, because this movie has lots of digital blood. But we have our two main characters here who, wow, they're cops, kind of like Hot Fuzz, maybe. But yeah, we have, let's see, PC Brody and PC Cooper. And today, the day that is Cooper's basically his last day on the job as, a police chief. And they're walking around, and oh, guess what? PC Cooper, he's very straight-laced, very by the books, does everything, like everything has got to be done according to, the law and everything else. Very much kind of like, Nicholas Angel in Hot Fuzz. But as they're out patrolling, and also Cooper, it turns out he's kind of goofy. He's very much into movies. He always wanted to see himself as like a real kind of a Dirty Harry, kind of a badass type. Even at one point in the movie, he even tries to say, like, oh, I'm going to be just like Sigourney Weaver and Aliens and stuff like that. So yeah, you could kind of see where the Hot Fuzz, I guess, homage, I guess you could say, plays into it. But, well, anyway, they're out patrolling, and then, as it turns out, there's a zombie outbreak, as you can tell by the zombies. And, of course, they're, slow zombies are going around attacking, eating people. So Cooper and Brody, they end up, basically locked up with these other survivors. And, similar to Shaun of the Dead, which we all know was inspired by the Romero zombie movies, they're all locked up, and none of them can really get along. They can't really, work together to try to solve this problem and everything else. But then we come to find out that the whole reason why the zombies are, basically coming around in the first place is basically it is kind of an alien invasion, which is taking over the world and meant to decimate humanity. Pretty similar to The World's End, if you think about it. And then it's left to our two heroes, Brody and Cooper, and they have to, basically go out and save the day. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's about really all I could say about it. This is one of those movies you can get for about $10 at Walmart. And just looking at the cover and everything, I knew this was going to be a kind of a Shaun of the Dead type of movie. I just didn't really go into it thinking, I mean, like I said, just by looking at the cover here, it looks very similar to what you would see on something like Shaun of the Dead. But that being said, uh, yeah, I just didn't expect it to be basically like all three Cornetto movies, all three movies of the Cornetto trilogy basically mashed into one movie. Acting wise, it's okay. It's got some fun humor. Some of the characters are likable. Some of the characters, you really have some head slapping moments about their decisions, and the way they approach the situation. You just kind of sit there, uh. But anyway, yeah, the characters are likable. The actors do, for the most part, do a commendable job. There is some over the top, which it's kind of weird to think of that, because this is a British film, and usually you think of British films, you always think of like, British actors and actresses and things, and they always play everything perfect. Like to them, it's like acting is just like a true art form. It's like they're born to act and stuff. So it's weird when you actually see, some over the top or some acting that does seem a bit off. But, anyway, there's the back of it. Would I recommend checking out this movie? Yeah, I would. But honestly, I would say don't really pay the $10 to buy this at Walmart like I did. I would say wait until you can maybe find it for a marked down price. Because, like I said, it's just the Cornetto trilogy mashed into one movie. And if I want to watch the Cornetto trilogy, I just go watch that instead. But anyway, this isn't a horrible movie, but like I said, you could tell by watching it, it's incredibly low budget. You could tell it was shot like, kind of like your home, like what you buy for, like your home use, digi cameras and stuff like that. Like I said, some of there is a little bit of practical effects. The zombies look okay, but like I said, there's a lot of CGI in here, and it's not really the best I've ever seen. But anyway, like I said, yeah, I would say go ahead and curiosity say go ahead and give this a shot, check it out. But I would definitely recommend like waiting until you can find this for a much cheaper price instead of paying the full $10 at Walmart. Maybe wait till it hits like the $5 bin. Or if you can, like if you go out to pawn shops or whatever, record stores, whatever you have, and you can find it for like a much more marked down price, I would say wait and pick it up then. But I just don't really see, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I paid $10 for this, but oh well. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not a horrible movie. It's just it just feels kind of pointless. Like I said, if I want to watch the Cornetto trilogy, I'll just go watch that. But anyway, so that's pretty much going to do it. So, wow. Yeah, that is pretty much about my shortest movie review. Usually my reviews always run really long. I'm having trouble talking today, folks. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Anyway, that's going to do it. So if you all took the time to watch this video, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the Body Bags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I used to be the Friday reviewer. Now I'm the Saturday reviewer. We have different guys. Everybody's all doing great stuff. We got some fun weeks up ahead. We got more theme weeks. We got label weeks. All kinds of good stuff. So that's it. So everybody, take care. Have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.